The classic, of course. All right, here we got both of them. Finally, we got PS Mauu and WaKa. Let's see how this goes.
And starting things off on Stadium, I'm also curious to see how both of them choose to fight across the platforms. Because when we saw PS Mao play earlier, he was very comfortable with being able to have those platforms there as a safety net for when approaching with short view, just as a wake up response.
Yeah, I know. I remember like the first set I was commentating, just the wake up DP on the first set. That was so funny.
And we're seeing plenty of damage left and right, but not going to see a kill just yet. The edge guarding, though, from WaKa looking kind of nice, and I actually think this is where Luigi's going to be able to really strike here in this matchup.
Yeah, and you see it took PS Mauu like so many tries to get back on the stage. And not only was he not able to get on the stage, the only way that he was able to do that was to do the up B where he has got the hitbox coming out. And even then, it doesn't matter because WaKa was able to just take that stock with an S smash. So PS Mauu getting sent to the blast zone on a second stock here. WaKa looking at pretty decent, you know, at 100%. That's nothing too crazy, but 10 can definitely make something happen with that.
I think having approaches coinciding the Fireball or the Zair are going to be really good for WaKa throughout this set, because you won't really have to worry about the focus attack, which we've seen Mauu relying pretty heavily on focus attack dash canceling. But relying on that, like I'm sure you're definitely proving to still be valuable, as that's how Mauu is going to be tying up the stocks.
Yeah, and Mauu was doing a really great job in that earlier set we were watching, where he was just getting all the conversions that he needed into the B. I mean, such a strong win condition for Ken. Oh, really great shield pressure, but WaKa able to get right out of it with a well-timed up B.
Yeah, it's the ledge play, and you know, I actually really like that. That's the approach that we're seeing to this matchup from WaKa, because you don't really have to worry too much about Ken if he's off stage or on the ledge in this case, because a lot of Ken combos find their big damage on the base plat. If you have to constantly just worry about swinging from the air, you're not matching up to Luigi damage.
Yeah, I mean, Luigi damage can be so crazy, but Luigi kills are even crazier. You saw that with just like the down throw into the up B. And PS Mauu answered right back is once WaKa got back on stage, he just with the up B finally getting that kill, and it's even again.
Yeah, while both of these characters have a propensity for big damage, it's all reliant for Luigi on the start of that throw. Look at that, 65 off one interaction, and right onto the ledge too. I think that's kind of an even bigger important aspect of this match was the fact that even if WaKa doesn't get the kill off of that one throw combo, it's traditionally going to lead to just pushing out from center stage towards the ledge. But in this case, it is leading to the kill, and that's game one for WaKa.
Yeah, I mean, they were both doing pretty good. It just kind of came down to WaKa finding that kill just when he needed it. So yeah, going to be game one for WaKa. Going into game two, I think I want to see PS Mauu just keeping center as best he can. I mean, it can be a little bit hard with how far Luigi's grab can go and how great grabs are for positioning. But if he can hold center, I can definitely see this going in his favor.
Yeah, also just as a little thing to clean up, I feel like a little bit less on the rolls would be really good for PS Now, because when you're moving a set distance, you're giving Luigi all the data he needs for where to position that grab if he's not able to do it on reaction. That's huge for WaKa. So if PS Now is able to just worry about dashing back and forth, I think he'll be in much better positioning.
For sure, for sure. Struggling to get off the platform there. WaKa just a barrage of up airs here, but PS Mauu answering right back with the Tatsumaki. Not going to do him too much though, as WaKa is just answering back with the Cyclone, which is really great for breaking combos. And that win box too can really throw people off with how weird it can send you.
Oh, that's a really good reaction off of parry.
Yeah, and parry is still like a pretty underdeveloped tool in this game, but the people who do utilize parry super well and are able to get the most optimal combos off of it are beasts at this game. Like seriously, it's so scary when you have access to all your combos, like when you're being hit, you know?
Yeah, it's one thing I like to say is it's fine and dandy if you could time your parries just right. The important part is knowing how to punish out of parry, or sometimes if you don't even have a punish out of parry, just knowing that's your opportunity to run away. But regardless, taking the action back to the game, see WaKa not able to come back just yet. No luck on the side B's bringing him close enough. But that's Mauu still sitting at a lot of damage, so not too difficult for Luigi to tie this up.
Yeah, for sure. WaKa struggling to get back onto center stage though. Yes, Mauu getting clipped by the dash attack there and finally killing us on all the way to the side of the stage at 150%. It's funny, you don't really see that kill too often, right?
I was gonna say, I'm gonna be real with you. Like every time I see that move kill, it surprises me. I know it's not a bad kill option. It's a good last resort for Luigi players. It still catches me off guard every time.
Right. A nice parry there and just kind of running off the platform. Yeah, it's really scary when you are stuck on that platform, especially since Ultimate doesn't have flat dropping anymore. So sometimes it's best to just retreat and reset, you know?
Yeah, and I think Mau's recognized that a lot too. Just seeing like not finding the hit that matters, retreating, looking for it again. But finding the hit that matters right there. Excellent. The turnaround, up B, that's gonna do it.
Yeah, that was really great. That's one thing that that I also, when we were talking about earlier, how we don't see a whole lot of Ken players anymore, and I wonder, you know, why? Because the turnaround is such a great tool. It kind of simplifies a lot of options that the character has.
Oh, and there, seeing the use of the F80. This character has such a unique tools. And I feel like in certain matchups, they're just not enough to make the job easier. But here, like, those little tools go a long way against the likes of Luigi because you're playing similar game plans. But being a bit heavier than Luigi means you're living to longer percentages naturally, and very much a lack of ways to struggle when it comes to building up that damage. Although in this we've seen more of the trades of damage. Like, I get a lot of damage, you get a lot of damage. Both WaKa and Mauu, they're playing it out well. I think it's just a very even battle between the two right now.
Yeah, it is. You know, both of them, like you were saying, they're pretty similar characters in terms of like what their game plan is, and very similar skill-wise for the players as well here. Both of them just kind of struggling to get too much damage on the board right now, because really what it comes down to in this last situation is who can get that kill. And yes, Mauu just running up and upping after WaKa misses the grab there. So great recognition there and great reaction. You know, sometimes it can be really scary when you see that opportunity present itself. You might just like run up and like, I don't know, F-click or something like that because you just think like, oh, I just need to hit them. But being able to run up and get that kill when you know you can do it, just like great reaction there from Mauu. So there's going to be a game for Mauu. So it's going to be 1-1 right now. Going into game 3.
And you know, that isn't the first time that we've seen that from Mauu. Just the willingness to just run up and throw out the Shoryuken. And
Right.
I think that's important, to, even though WaKa had to learn it the hard way, being aware of that is something to take note of moving forward, because only found that run-up Shoryu from a whiffed grab. If that was like a dash-back turnaround grab, perhaps, you would have been able to catch out Ken and then find whatever your follow-up may have been. Potentially a lethal one at that for Luigi. So, Game 3 bringing us right on back to Stadium, finding ourselves off stage, almost getting the early kill with the light hit of Bear, but not yet.
Yeah, and WaKa taking quite a bit of percent right now. PS Mauu is doing a great job of just hitting him in disadvantage, not getting that Shoryu kill just yet, but man, was it close.
Just a little bit of percentage away, or potentially the input Shoryu may have been able to do it.
Yeah, both of these characters are really just blowing each other up in the ledge trapping and edge guarding situation. But right there, PS Mauu finally getting the kill against WaKa. Alright, I'm struggling to get back on stage. What's the ledge trapping here? Great get up attack. Don't I be getting hit by that F-smash on the side of the stage?
Let's see. Good DI, not looking like it's even close to killing just yet. This is an opportunity for Mauu to put on some big damage, start to build a substantial lead, because like I was saying earlier, like, we're seeing a more even game, and I think that's because both players aren't allowing the other to build up those substantial leads. But we get a bit of break of that in Game 3. Never mind. Okay.
I know PS Mauu was taking so much damage there just from like getting hit with the Zair. And then, finally WaKa was able to find that Cyclone, which did net the kill. Wait a minute, just the raw F smash? He's at 96 after hit, but I guess, if you're all the way on the side of the stage, that's a kill, right?
It's looking good. And just like that, that's a full stock lead for now. But for
Mm-hmm.
how long?
Right, scary. PS Mauu is kind of struggling a lot of times to grab that ledge there. He's able to do it, and he's been mixing up a lot of his recoveries, using really all these options that he has, so that when he gets back on the stage, he can really play the game a little bit more deeper that way.
Oh, and I love the little dash back there, not trying to commit too hard to a big punish, just little bits of damage. Although the Shiryu whiffing there.
Yeah, but just a smart move for him to just head back to ledge and just kind of like reset that situation. Ooh, those Zairs really just mess Ken up, don't they?
Yeah, it's proving to be such a useful projectile because it's just a little active hitbox over the ledge. It's right in the most annoying possible place because even though it's not killing anytime soon, it leads up to that damage to allow back there to kill more efficiently.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's looking a little bit more even now that WaKa took that stock up with PS Mauu, and he's getting some damage racked up now. Oh my goodness, just one more hit or a couple more hits from WaKa, and this could be even again. PS Mauu looking menacing though right now. Oh my goodness.
Just barely whiffing on the up B. That's huge. That could have been WaKa's chance to take this game. But not out of it just yet. A lot of rolling around from both players, but the dash attack from WaKa gives him stage control. And the down air to end out game 3. So we're going into game 4 with WaKa up the game count. Okay.
Yeah, that was really smart, honestly, because we saw PS Mauu recovering low pretty often since he was trying to avoid those Zairs. And then right when WaKa needed that kill, he went for the downer after you had conditioned him to recover like that. So yeah, really smart stuff from WaKa there, going into game 4 now.
Let's see. No switch of the stage. Honestly, again, I'm not too surprised by the presence of PS2 the entire way through the set. I think both players have done a good job of showcasing that they could use their characters across it very effectively. But I think really good reactions from WaKa are what allowed him to pull ahead in that previous game. If he can keep that up, set's his, but I'm not going to be counting out Mauu just yet.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I mean, both of them able to keep it pretty competitive. So yeah, I can totally see this going to game 5. But not if it continues like this. I mean, Mauu is struggling so much to get back onto stage here, and WaKa is doing a great job of playing with those edge guards. Great DI from Mauu so that he doesn't have to deal with the up B from Luigi.
And likewise, as a response, like WaKa been doing a good job just to not commit too hard to buttons, just try to follow Mauu. And that's where we saw the tornado kill from, even though it really didn't look like WaKa should have been in proper position for that. But regardless, Mauu trying to follow suit so that there's not too big of a lead built up.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, WaKa's going to try and get as much chip damage that he can do now. So it's going to solidify this lead. But it looks like it really wasn't going in his favor since PS Mauu was able to just get that stop right away. No damage on him.
Both players struggling a bit to find their end. Their movement looked a lot cleaner. But talking about a lot cleaner, talk about that stock. Amazing pull ahead from WaKa.
I know, this totally just turned around now. I mean, WaKa is sitting pretty right now, and Mauu, this is his stock for last stock for winners. If he loses this, then he's into losers. So I would definitely be playing a little bit harder if I was PS Mauu.
Yeah, Mauu looking to turn up the heat, try to get this damage on, although got to be a bit more mindful once the percentage climbs to get that kill, otherwise that's Luigi with rage.
Great DI from WaKa, just keeping that, holding on to that stock just a little bit longer, which really could be like the game changer for this.
Now starting to see the high recoveries from the Ken. I think smart adaptation given that WaKa's found 2 kills out of down air sharking.
Yeah, and are we going to see the Zair? Yep, they're coming out, just trying to rack up as much damage. Honestly, it's like surprisingly effective at racking up damage like that. I mean, it does like 4% each time. That's a lot in the long run. Or, Cyclone and die, but again, he has Mauu at 113%. That is plenty for Luigi to make use of it.
At the same time, like, that's also Ken with Rage, and if WaKa isn't careful, all of a sudden this game gets thrown away. Look at how fast the damage is built up.
I know, and both of these players sweating a little bit. Ooh, really scary up smash, but PS Mauu is able to bring it back. You know, you were just saying that Ken with Rage is a deadly opponent, and just like that, the up B is going to take that stock. So we're going into game 5 here.
Luigi died at like 82.
I know.
He went right into the true Shoryu, and that was that. And Matt did such a
Right.
good job of putting that damage on quickly.
Oh, I know,
That's
right?
gotta hurt if you're WaKa, because especially after that stock we just saw the replay of, built up such a nice lead just to have it beaten right out of you. Oh, he was at 85 before the hit, and he still got toasted. Yep.
Jeez. That is strong. And still, it's funny to think that there was like a nerf between the two games on like the strength of Shoryu, right? For how strong it still is.
Like, once Rage is involved, like, you can't be sleeping on those moves that scale that well. Like, I know with Luigi, like, Rage helps by way of his combo game, but just single moves hitting that strong are so important in a matchup like this. Especially as we open up game 5 with just a plunger spray.
Yeah, and WaKa is racking up quite a bit of percent on PS Mauu right now. But it's nothing that Ken can't make up.
Yeah, and we've seen that Mao's proven that time and time again. I think it's more on WaKa now to try and get safer damage, because while he's getting, you know, the occasional dash attacks and plenty of plungers when he does have ledge control, like, making sure that that damage leads into a kill as seamlessly as we've seen Luigi's prove that it can is going to be very important against the likes of Mao, because now we're sitting here game 5, pressure's on for both these lads to have just a little bit of comfort knowing that they're sitting in grand finals from winner's side.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my goodness. Great Shoryuken, and PS Mauu is able to get so much mileage out of that move. That has been such a great move for him to find these kills. But it was looking so incredibly close. I really feel like whoever got that first stock, and it ended up being PS Mauu, is going to take this set. So really just want that momentum in your favor like PS Mauu has going right now.
Dash back Hadoukens, I think, are really valuable for Mao right now, especially if Mao can maintain stage control alongside it, because then you start eliciting the approach from Luigi, and Luigi doesn't have the safest of ends. He loves when his opponent's able to approach in on him, because you see how useful Zair or Grab in its own right is. I think that's too low, yep.
Yep, Zair is eventually going to take it. I mean, if you're not getting the damage, you're getting the stock, so pretty good edge guarding from WaKa, and he has barely any commitment when he's just doing that from on stage. So great awareness for him. Wait!
And there we have it.
Oh my gosh!
He's only done one in this set, but he done it when it mattered. Now up 2 stocks to 1. Mao on the last stock just like that.
Oh, I know, right? I mean, this is nothing that PS Mauu can't kill off of. Just as I'm saying that, it does not kill.
Really good DI from WaKa, and now WaKa trying to make the little bit of damage that he has matter, but not finding the kill out deep.
I know, this is scary right now. Right when he needed it, right when it mattered, WaKa just totally turned up. That was crazy, like super duper competitive the whole time. And then WaKa finding all those kills like in all the right places. So really great stuff from both of these players. We're going to see WaKa move on. That was winners finals. So he is sitting pretty in Grands now.
Yeah, I think really smart adaptations were made by WaKa, and even though Mao had fantastic reactions, there ain't nothing you can do about Luigi combos if you don't know the proper SDI.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, you know, I think we saw Mauu getting out of those a couple of times earlier in the set, but, you know, when the pressure's on like that, sometimes the DI just isn't there to support you. So really great stuff from WaKa. I think next up we are going to have Enhanced PV versus Raven King.